Have you ever wondered what would happen if you had a stroke and no one was around to help you? For seniors, that thought can feel scary. But here's the good news. There are simple and powerful steps you can take on your own that could save your life. This video is made especially for people over 60 who might face this tough situation alone. We're going to walk through 5 life-saving tips that every senior should know. No confusing medical talk, just clear advice that could truly protect you when it matters most. So stay with me, because what you learn today might just be what keeps you safe tomorrow. Let's start with tip number 1. Know the signs and act fast. When it comes to strokes or heart attacks, the most important thing is knowing the signs and not waiting to see if they'll go away. Every second matters. If treatment doesn't start quickly, the damage to your brain or heart can get worse, sometimes permanently. Sadly, many seniors ignore the early signs, thinking it's just something minor, like indigestion or tiredness. But waiting can cost you your health, or even your life. Take James, for example. He's a 73-year-old retired teacher. One morning, while reading the paper, he felt numbness on one side of his face and weakness in his arm. He didn't wait. He picked up the phone and called emergency services right away. Thanks to that quick action and a simple technique we'll talk about next, James got the help he needed and made an amazing recovery. The warning signs of a stroke can include sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or weakness on one side of the body. For a heart attack, it might be chest pain, cold sweats, shortness of breath, or dizziness. But here's the problem. Some seniors are afraid to call for help. They don't want to bother anyone, or they feel embarrassed. But the truth is, this acting fast saves lives. It's not about overreacting. It's about taking care of yourself. In those moments, fear and denial can cloud your judgment. You might hope the symptoms will pass, but hope alone won't save your life. What will? Knowing what to look for, and making the decision to act right away. So here's your first life-saving tip. Learn the signs of stroke and heart attack, and train yourself to respond immediately. Don't ignore what your body is telling you. Keep emergency numbers close by, and, if possible, wear a medical alert device that can call for help fast. This is more than just being prepared, it's about taking charge of your life. Now on to tip number 2. Use self-help techniques when you're alone. If you're by yourself during a stroke or heart attack, it's easy to feel helpless, but you're not powerless. There are smart, simple things you can do to help yourself until help arrives. One of those is a method called cough CPR. It's not something you hear about every day, but it can be a real lifesaver. Let me tell you about Helen. She's 78 and lives alone. One afternoon, she felt sudden chest pain and knew something was wrong. She remembered a tip she'd learned from a health talk. Cough strongly, over and over, to keep blood flowing. She did exactly that while dialing 911. Her quick thinking kept her conscious and stable until the ambulance got there. Here's why that works. When you cough forcefully and regularly, it helps your heart keep pumping blood, which gives your brain and body more oxygen. And that can give you the extra time you need until help shows up. You can also try slow, deep breathing if you're feeling dizzy or panicked. It helps calm your body and brings in more oxygen, something that's critical when your heart is struggling. Many people hesitate in emergencies. They worry they'll do something wrong. But doing nothing is actually more dangerous. Practicing these techniques ahead of time makes a big difference. You don't have to be a doctor, you just need to be ready to help yourself when it counts. Helen's story shows what's possible when you stay calm and take action. Instead of panicking, she followed what she had learned. She kept coughing steadily, made the call, and stayed awake until help arrived. That simple decision likely saved her life. So here's your second tip. Learn and practice self-help techniques. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to be prepared. These small actions can mean everything in an emergency. And if you're still with us and found this advice helpful, comment number 2 below to let me know. And don't forget, you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that button now so you never miss another life-saving tip. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss our videos. Your support helps us keep creating helpful content that informs, empowers, and inspires. Now, let's move forward with our next vital lesson. Number 3. Recognizing early warning signs could save your life. One of the biggest dangers seniors face during a heart attack or stroke, especially when alone, is missing the early warning signs. Many brush them off, thinking it's just part of aging or a side effect of other health issues. But waiting too long can be deadly. The earlier you notice something is wrong, the faster you can attend, the better your chances of survival. Take Carl, for example. He's a 75-year-old retired teacher. One quiet morning, he felt a strange, mild pressure in his chest. It wasn't painful, just different. But instead of ignoring it, Carl remembered what he'd learned. Always trust your instincts. He stayed calm, sat down, and called emergency services right away. That choice likely saved his life. Heart attack symptoms may start with chest discomfort, shortness of breath, cold sweats, nausea, or sudden weakness. Stroke symptoms can include numbness in the face or limbs especially. On one side, confusion, slurred speech, or a strong headache. Even if these symptoms seem small or pass quickly, they're a warning sign. Don't ignore them. Carl didn't panic. He recognized something was off. He stayed still, breathed steadily, and reached for help. The key lesson: know what's normal for you and act fast when something feels wrong. Seniors often have other conditions that mask the symptoms of a stroke or heart attack. That's why education is so important. Carl had attended health workshops and regularly spoke to his doctor. He understood what signs to watch for and how to respond. From a mental health perspective, understanding these signs also helps overcome denial and fear. It allows you to move quickly instead of freezing in confusion. Carl didn't waste time guessing or hoping it would go away. He acted. That confidence made a huge difference in his recovery. It's also a good idea to share this knowledge with those around you. Family, friends, neighbors, SIF, they know what to look for. They might save your life too. But the first and most important person who needs to know these signs is you. Keep learning about your personal risk factors. Talk openly with your doctor. Keep a journal of your usual health patterns so you can recognize when something changes. And remember, if symptoms appear, don't wait. Don't doubt yourself. Call emergency services right away and describe what you're feeling. Paramedics can start life-saving treatment before you even get to the hospital. Carl's story reminds us that acting fast, even if it feels awkward or scary, is what saves lives. Don't worry about being wrong or overreacting. When it comes to your heart or brain, it's always better to be safe than sorry. So here's your third life-saving tip. Learn the early warning signs of stroke and heart attack. Trust your body and act without delay. Your awareness and quick response can make all the difference when you're alone. Number 4. The life-saving power of positioning and breathing when a heart attack or stroke happens and you're alone. How you move and how you breathe can actually protect your life. It's not just about calling for help. It's also about giving your body the best chance to stay strong until that help arrives. Let me share the story of Helen, a 78-year-old woman who had a mild stroke at home. She felt sudden weakness on one side and got scared, but she remembered advice from a local health seminar. Helen didn't panic. She sat down, leaned forward slightly with her elbows on her knees, and started breathing slowly and deeply. That simple action helped her stay conscious and calm until the ambulance came. Why does this matter? Because when you position your body properly, you help your lungs and heart work more efficiently. Sitting upright or leaning slightly forward can ease your breathing and reduce pressure on your heart. On the other hand, lying flat, especially if you're feeling dizzy, can make things worse. If you feel faint, it's okay to lie down, but try not to lie flat unless absolutely necessary. Controlled breathing is also crucial. It keeps your oxygen levels up and helps calm your nerves. When you're panicking, your heart beats faster and demands more oxygen, which can be dangerous. That's why simple breathing techniques matter so much. Helen used the purse-lip method. Inhale slowly through the nose, hold it for a few seconds, then exhale gently through pursed lips. This slows your heartbeat and helps you think clearly. And don't underestimate the mental benefit. Fear during a medical emergency is natural, but it can also make you freeze or take risks like trying to walk or move too fast. Focusing on posture and breathing gives you back a sense of control. It lowers panic, sharpens your thinking, and helps you take smart steps. Seniors who practice these techniques in their daily life are better prepared for emergencies. Make it a habit every day. Try deep breathing for a few minutes. Get used to sitting in positions that support your breathing. When you do this regularly, it becomes second nature, something your body remembers in times of stress. So here's your fourth life-saving tip. Learn the best way to position your body and use breathing techniques when you're alone during a heart or stroke event. This knowledge can help you stay stable, reduce risk, and buy you time while waiting for help to arrive. So, when a medical emergency strikes, your response should feel automatically like second nature. Helen's story shows how simple yet powerful strategies can truly make a life-saving difference. One key step is having a phone within arm's reach at all times. Ideally, your phone should have emergency numbers already programmed in, so you're not wasting time in a crisis. By combining correct posture and breathing with fast communication, you can give yourself the best possible chance. Helen stayed calm, positioned herself properly, and dialed 911. Her composure helped paramedics get there quickly, and that made all the difference. Asterisk. Let's be clear, these strategies are not a replacement for medical care, but they are critical first steps that support your body while you wait for help. Proper posture and calm breathing can buy you precious time, reduce serious complications, and boost your chances of survival. When every second counts, these actions truly matter. Taking these steps isn't just about safety, it's about empowerment. When you know what to do, even in scary situations, you take control of your health and your future. If you're still watching and this video is helping you, please comment number 4 below so I know you're here. And if you haven't yet, now's the time to subscribe and turn on the bell. Your support keeps us going and helps us keep making helpful, uplifting content for seniors everywhere. Number 5. Why acting fast can mean the difference between life and death. Let's talk about the final and most urgent tip, recognizing the warning signs and acting fast. When you're having a heart attack or stroke and you're alone, time is more than just importance, your lifeline. Acting quickly doesn't just save lives, can also mean the difference between full recovery and permanent damage. This is especially critical for seniors because symptoms can sometimes be subtle or confusing. Let me tell you about Robert, a 72-year-old man who woke up one morning feeling unusually tired with a slight tightness in his chest. He was home alone. It would have been easy to ignore the signs or blame them on age. But Robert remembered what he'd learned. He didn't wait. He picked up the phone and called for help. Thanks to his quick action, doctors were able to treat him immediately. The result: minimal heart damage and a full recovery. That's the power of early recognition. Here are the common warning signs you should never ignore. Heart attack, chest pain or pressure, shortness of breath, nausea, lightheadedness, pain in the arms, jaw or neck. Stroke, sudden numbness or weakness on one side of the body, confusion, trouble speaking, blurred vision, dizziness, or loss of balance. These symptoms might come on quickly or gradually, but they are always serious. The most dangerous thing you can do is assume it's something minor or that it will go away. One reason fast action is so important is because certain treatments like clot-busting medications or emergency surgeries only work if given within a short time window. Every minute you wait increases the risk of serious damage to your heart or brain. If you live alone, it's even more important to have a clear plan. That means keeping emergency numbers easily accessible, knowing how to clearly describe your symptoms, and if possible letting a trusted neighbor or friend know about your health concerns ahead of time. Psychologically, we all want to believe we're okay, but denial and fear can cause dangerous delays. You might think, I don't want to bother anyone, or I'll wait and see if it passes. But that hesitation can cost you everything. Let's reframe it. Asking for help is not weakness, it's wisdom. It's self-respect. It's what could save your life. Talk with your doctor. Attend health workshops. Have open conversations with loved ones about what to do in an emergency. The more educated and prepared you are, the more confident and quick your response will be. Robert's story is a perfect reminder. He didn't second guess. He didn't wait. He took charge, and that quick thinking saved his life. So, here's your fifth life-saving tip. Know the signs, trust your instincts, and act fast. Knowledge alone isn't enough. It's about turning that knowledge into immediate action. Final thoughts. Why preparation is the best protection now that we've explored these 5 life-saving tips. It's clear how important it is to be prepared, especially for seniors living alone. None of us want to imagine ourselves in a medical emergency, but we need to be ready anyway. Knowing the signs of a stroke or heart attack, staying calm, using the right techniques, and calling for help, these aren't just medical facts. They are real, practical tools that can keep you alive and independent. You might be thinking, I'm healthy. I don't need to worry, or my family's nearby, or be fine. And while that may be true, life is full of surprises. Help isn't always there in the moment you need it most. Being prepared means you can rely on yourself with confidence. So here's what I want you to do. Take a moment and share what tips stood out to you most in the comments below. Let us know how you plan to use this knowledge in your own life. Your voice matters. It helps us build a stronger, more informed senior community. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with others who might benefit. Your support motivates us to keep creating content that not only informs but uplifts and inspires. We believe that every senior has the right to feel safe, informed, and empowered, no matter their age or situation. Thank you so much for joining us today. Stay safe, stay informed, and remember, you have the power to protect your life even in the toughest moments. We'll see you in the next video.